Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Scorpio for the month of May, including late April 2025. So welcome, Scorpio. We are in your polar opposite sign of Taurus. So it's all about grounding, earthy sort of business going on this month. Everything's sort of quite structured, slow moving perhaps, but nevertheless grounding. You are in your 7th house of relationships, and the energy around is the Two of Swords. So you have a decision to make, and you've sort of been labouring over it, and you're just coming to a point where you're like, I just can't make the decision, I can't make the leap, I cannot do it. And it's your mind that's ruling the show. So let's find out. But I may say it's a minor card, so it's not a massive decision. It's just a decision that we sort of always, you know, kind of procrastinate on. Shall I, shan't I, shall I, shan't I? And it drives you mad in the end. So let's see how we can, what this is all about. With relationships in the focus, don't forget, Scorpio. Ace of Cups. So renewal of a connection or a new connection coming through with something or somebody. So it can be something that you've really wanted, that you finally receive. But we are in relationships, so we're talking about that kind of energy, obviously. So let's see why this Ace of Cups. Is it a person that you're going to reconnect with that you know, or maybe someone that you don't know but you feel like you've known them? It's a very spiritual sort of connective card where you just think, oh wow, they've come back in. What's that about? So let's see the influencing card. Oh, and we have the Lovers. The Lovers, the relationship card. Big decisions to make. Now we can understand. So we had the Two of Swords as the energy around, which is that minor decision. But now we've got a big decision to make in order to move on. And only you, Scorpio, knows what that is. It is emotional, obviously. But it's also going to sort of help you to shift. It's an energy shift to this Lovers card. And it talks about, interestingly, zodiac sign worth. It's the card of Gemini. So we're talking late May, June time for this to sort of really come into focus. Quite interesting. Let's have a look at the background and see what was going on in March, April time for you. Still relevant. 7 of Pentacles, having a look over all that you have achieved in your life recently, how far you've come recently in resolving issues for yourself, or just, you know, looking at your positives rather than the negatives, and then reevaluating and sort of feeling a bit better about yourself rather than thinking, oh my goodness, you know, what's going on, where am I going, kind of thing. So it's a stand back and look at your achievements type of card, the 7 of Pentacles. And the other meaning of it too is 7 always means don't give up. So just keep on keeping on. No matter what, the more you search, the more likely you are to find. So let's have a look at the recent influences, Scorpio. The 2 of Cups. So the soulmate energy coming in. Now once again, it can either apply to a person coming back in, a soulmate there, or it can be a passion. So something that you've really wanted suddenly presents itself, and it is actually something that you can really learn from and move forward with. It's sort of very spiritual in nature. It's very much about connections and how we connect in the relationship sort of cycle of things in your 7th house, which you're in. So very interesting again. Oh goodness, I don't know where this is going, Scorpio. Let's see the lesson you'll be learning in this time. Knight of Swords, so Gemini card yet again. Expect the unexpected. So very much whatever comes in this month looks like it's going to be quite a disruptive type of energy. But we can look at it in the positive and think, well, what will this be? Well, we don't know until it happens, and then we go, oh my God, that's what that was. But it's obviously a court card, so it's a real person, a real character. Could be, you know, one of your children, or it's a young male energy. So it's that kind of thing where you just go, oh, right, well, what's, because young male energies can be very, very sort of, what would you say? They can just turn things on their head in a snap second. So where you go, oh my God, where did that come from? So that's the kind of energy that's your lesson this month. So expect the unexpected. Now we're going to the near future to see what will be going on there. Five of Pentacles. So 5 meaning change. 5 of Pentacles talks about feeling a bit out in the cold, but big change is afoot. Even though it's a minor card, it's sort of illuminating the fact to you that you actually are on the cusp of change. You're changing things very slowly going through, and you know, we don't know where that is going to take us, and that's one of the most beautiful things about life. Sometimes you can think you're on the edge of something, and then suddenly something comes along and you go, wow, where did that come from? I wasn't expecting that. But you will have a bit of a feeling of, oh my God, you know, I just don't feel part of the group. I don't feel part of anything at the minute. But let's go down here and find out what's happening that you're not realising, that will give us maybe a bit more of a story on what this feeling apart from the group is. The Hanging Man. So going with the flow. So look, I'm sorry, Scorpio, but there's a bit more going with the flow and just being suspended, seeing life from a different angle, hanging upside down, looking at things from that angle to what you normally look at things from. So this is obviously a transition for you to sort of see things from the other side of what you've been used to. But it's positive in that it says patience is a virtue, and sometimes we just need to be patient. A lot of people say, well, I'm just impatient. Well, then sometimes, especially when this card comes along, it's like, well, you have to learn to be patient. So let's see how others see you. 10 of Swords, difficult period coming to an end. So the patience will pay off. People are seeing this in you. Yeah, look, you know, you've had a rough trot, you know, in your mind. It's more mind energy, the way you look at things, the way you perceive things in your mind. Now, Scorpios, as you well know, you're intuitives. You're not sort of mind energy people. You're not an air sign. You're water. So you're very emotional. It's very intuitive. So for you to let this rule the roost has been a bit fractious, and it's not really your environment. However, we all need to go through that. And it's sort of, in a way, too, I've always called it the family curse card. But the family curse card is, it's something that, you know, we all have to manage to get through. And it's not pleasant being in it. But with the 10 of Swords, we know it's nearly over. So in hindsight, you can look back and go, yeah, well, I actually needed that time and space to get to where I am now. So let's have a look at positive feelings. 9 of Wands, so still going on, still struggling to get to the end of the cycle there. Feeling like that you just are running out of energy for this particular pursuit. But we go back to the influencing card, which is the decision to make. So you have 2 big cards here, and they're sort of saying to you, come on, make the decision, learn the patience, you're nearly there, whatever there means to you. So just keep on going. The outcome. And then we have new energy with the Ace of Wands. So new beginnings coming in. So it is going to pay off. And there will be new directions. But moreover, there'll be the energy to do it with. So perhaps all of this is for a reason. Which we know, actually the real reason is the Hanged Man, which is learning that patience. Time and a place kind of thing. I might put the clarifier on that Knight of Swords and see what this disruption or unexpected event will be or could be. Just for your information. Partnership. Oh wow. So partnership, relationships, yada yada. 32. Interesting, Scorpio. You're put on notice to seek connections in all things. This is coming together. This is the coming together of ideas and fulfillment of attraction, the marriage between two people and a harmonious blend of energies. If you're inquiring about a partnership of any kind, this signifies the importance of observing the qualities that this relationship creates as a result of the sum of its parts. There's always much to learn in the choice of partners. The sacred journey marker reminds you that you're never alone. There's absolutely always a partnership with the divine. It is a very auspicious omen. Now in this case, I think we've just said it. So you're never alone. So this partnership is with the divine. So I know it sounds trite, but it's like trust in the divine or trust in the universe that you are, everything that's happening for you at the moment is for a reason. You are intuits, so you need to use that instead of your head. Thanks so much for listening, Scorpio. I hope you have a great month. It looks like it's going to end on a great note anyway with that Ace of Wands. Thank you for listening.